Martí, after a busy period, there's a week's rest between fixtures. How beneficial is that for you?
I'm not sure if we're going to call it a rest, but definitely it's a good week to prepare after a good performance. And when you are in this mood, especially after the win, you never know. Probably you prefer to play straight after. But it's true that I always think that it's a good moment to spend time in the training ground with the players, to reflect a little bit more about our performances, about recent performances, and to keep improving, because at the end, this is what it's about.
You always want to have players make an impact when they come off the bench. That's happening on a really regular basis at the moment, which on one side is great. On the other side, does that create some problems for you in terms of selection for the next matches?
Yeah, but hopefully it's good. It's good problems for me, and it's definitely a very good signal. And not only we call it bench impact, but today we were speaking with the guys. It's not only about the 5 guys that came into the last game during those minutes, but as well the energy that the guys that didn't play. I could see the faces after the game. I could see how all of them were celebrating in the changing room. So that says a lot about this group. So I'm trying to make them believe, to make them feel that everybody's important, that as I think we showed last season, that I think we're showing again this season, that everybody will have an important moment during the season, that everybody's important during the games. And that's what gives us biggest strength, to make sure that we got not only 11, not only 15, but 20-ish players ready to contribute.
Like you say, there is that challenge of almost spinning plates. It does seem a very united squad, a very happy squad. The reaction of people not involved, celebrating when a goal is scored. How is that achieved?
It's achieved with good people. It's achieved with players that are committed on what we are doing. Players that first of all are good human beings, and that we give them the space to grow, to express themselves. And I'm always probably the bad guy, because I need to pick only 11, and that's a difficult call, because trust me, that is one of the most difficult things as a manager. First of all, on Friday, usually to select only 20 in the list, knowing that we leave some of them at home, and that's not easy. And then to pick the 11, knowing that we're going to leave 9 players in the bench. But we try to make them feel, all of them, that we love them, all of them that are important. And I think that, as I said many times, this is an extremely good group in sense of how much they care for each other. I think it was one moment I saw last game, that after the game, Smithy was helping young new player with some small instructions, some feedback, and that says a lot about, not only about Smithy, but I've seen this with other players, centre halves. We have a lot of competition in the centre half position, helping each other. That definitely says a lot about how they are.
And in terms of that, is that a real group strength? Like you say, you've got Paul Smith advising Yang on what perhaps he could do better, and ultimately they're competing for the same spot in the side.
Yeah, and that's what I like about those guys, because it's not about selfishness, about making sure that it's just about themselves, but about the group. And I think that we have been very privileged in that sense, about having a very honest group. Even on our bad days, I've been saying that, in our bad performances, I think there is a group that will try the best to win football games. And they do it through togetherness, they do it through working hard in the training ground. And yeah, I think that they are showing that we can enjoy as well this part of football, about seeing a bunch of players, a group of players that are working very hard for each other.
We've spoken a lot this season about expectation and managing expectation. Is that becoming more difficult with each passing week, even after a couple of difficult results? An excellent response against a very good side as well. And as you've always said, you want the supporters to get carried away and to get overexcited. That's part of being a football fan. But within your dressing room?
Not internally. I think that everybody knows now pretty well the way that we want to be as a group. And it's been now 14, 15 months together. And I think in that sense, we have been through a lot, through a very difficult last season. Starting really well, getting a bad trend, then at the end finishing really strong. This season, everybody knows how it started, how is it going now. And the reality is that we face the last third of the competition. 1/3 is it's a big amount of games, so many things can happen. The most important is that, again, to be focused on the task, to make sure that we improve day by day, that we improve in the training ground, that we try to improve our performances. And I think that that's what the group is. We know that many things can happen in the next 15 games, and Many of them probably will not be easy to control, but our performances. So make sure that we are trying to get stronger every day. And next target is to win against Coventry, which will be a massive challenge. So I think that that's where the focus is at the moment.
Coventry have won 4 of their last 5 fixtures. How do you expect them to approach this game? Where are their strengths?
It's a team that definitely is in a good moment. Obviously, they changed manager, and now I think that the new manager has been doing a very good job on finding what is the winning way for them. Playing with 3 centre halves, having a lot of pace at the top, good midfielders, a team that can definitely accelerate the game in different ways, but that they have been doing quite well in terms of being aggressive when they press, that they have been good in possession because they have definitely good players in the ball, on possession, sorry. And now they sign an important player as well with Grimes from Swansea, good player. So I think it's definitely a side that will try to push, and they have been really strong at home. So we need to perform at high level if we want to get the 3 points.
What do you want from your players in terms of that? You want them to perform at a high level as well?
I think that the last game showed that we can perform at high level for many minutes, but it's true as well. The reality is that Blackburn started the second half better than what we did. So we got these 15-20 minutes where certainly we were not as good as we could. We spoke today as well about some situations that we could have defended a little bit better when it comes to the low block and so on. So I think that there is always things that we can do better. What I'm excited is that I see a progress. And I see a team that is playing more brave, that we are starting to dominate the games more often through possession, that when we are not in possession, when we don't have a great moment, we can stay together, we can work hard to try to regain the momentum of the game. And we know that playing away in a big pitch, it will be again a challenge for us in terms of how well we transition from when we attack to when we defend. But I think the team is aware that we are growing and that we want to start from foot from minute 1 and try to get a result.
And in terms of team news, we know Kadi Dembele returned to full training on Monday. How is he progressing? Obviously, he's been out since October.
Very well. Today he had a very good practice, being involved in most of it and showing actually already a great level. So we need to be patient. We need to go step by step with him. But it's encouraging that both him and Lucas actually were part of the session today and showing a lot of good things.
Okay, and very finally, it'd be nice to end the match enjoying it with the away supporters. I know it's something that you and the squad enjoy.
They know what we want. I know what they want. So we go for it once again.